remnant.
You can say it out loud.
With the electric vortex no longer slowing him when he walks forward, which is kind of cool.
I had a chat with my boy Fog during Starletter Miner. Well, I like Fog because he experiments about things that he thinks that they can work. So position 4 Storm Spirit with the pull, like you go for 1/1/1 build, and once you hit level 3, there's a lot of kill potential, and you deal a ton of damage. Because it doesn't slow you down, so you can use Vortex and place a Remnant. That's a big buff.
Yeah, this is why sometimes those things they can be kind of cool. I don't know if it's gonna end up working out, but being able to get the double Remnant certainly sounds nice. It doesn't feel like that's going to be what they're doing this time around, as it is Topson playing on the Storm Spirit, and it's a Seb Alchemist, so off-lane Alch. Very interesting. I don't know how I feel about this draft from OG, particularly with the Meepo last pick. Chelsea's been practicing it, and I feel like they could be in for a tough time.
Playing Storm Spirit into Meepo is probably the worst nightmare. Plus, you're playing it into Lion on top of that.
Oh,
yes, you have a Baton and Oracle, so 2 dispels on your side to keep you alive.
Yeah, that's probably the best part about it. At least the best part about this Storm pick right now is that you do have some save there. Nothing is as good as like the old school Omni build with it. What's up?
Yeah, what is this Meepo set? The one on the back, the family values back.
It's very weird. Is just a bunch of dead Meepos?
It looks like Ninja Turtle. When he turns, look at it.
It's like a coffin. I think it's a coffin for little Meepos. Is that what it is? Ugh.
This is the Undertaker Meepo set.
Jesus.
30 seconds.
Nobody likes that. That's scary.
And that being an Undertaker is probably the best job in the world because you're never gonna run like out of the business.
That's true. Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, there's always going to be Undertakers, but you personally might suck at it. Imagine if you like lost the body every time. You'd probably be out of business at that.
I can't imagine that happening. Weaver. I see a lot of damage on Hanskin, but that Blightstone.
Oh, and look at this. TFT picking up Trace and Ana. He's still got Scooch. He's fine. Surely he's fine. He's taking a walk. That's okay, though. All right, he's Ana, you're scaring me here. What are you doing, buddy? All right, he's going to have to scooch you away. So he's just going to hang out with No Tail in lane. They do have a Clarity working. Oh, break the Clarity. Yes, they got it. No Tail gets that taken away from him. No Stout Shield, and Ana's just going to head back the other direction. Get the last hit with the Scoochie damage, and he is prepared to receive the healing coming from No Tail.
Yeah, I've seen this build on Weaver going straight into Blightstone. I think it is during the minor. It was not very effective because Weaver ran out of region. This way you have a Baton behind you, so you're cool. Look at him, just spamming that Mist Coil, wants to deny himself and TP back to a lane.
He's even miscoiling the treants. What in the hell? Look at him go.
One more and he's gone.
Who you getting? Who you getting? Who you getting? Who you taking? Just hits the treant. He's fine with this. Surely. What a weird way to play Dota. I mean, he doesn't miss anything for it, really, right?
He doesn't miss anything, yeah.
I see what you did there. So, if you did this in your pubs, do you think people would, like, report you or not?
I don't think so.
No?
If you're just keeping your teammates alive,
yeah,
still fine.
I guess.
But the problem is he's running out of region right now.
Yeah. Well, he can just kill himself, right? Just keep doing it. Oh, a TP.
But he doesn't have a TP for 65 seconds.
Okay. So he has to wait 65 seconds before he can kill himself again. That's fair. Well, meanwhile in the mid lane. Oh, missing it. First blood down bottom. Managed to find that kill with the stun leveled up by Seb. But it is the Meepo so far, sitting just 6-1 compared to the 10-3 of the Storm.
And now that Meepo's level 3, I mean, he can just jungle stack for himself and try to grab a kill. Nature's Prophet rotating with a TP could help him out, grab a kill on that Storm Spirit too. Null Talisman on Storm, also Region Rune on the bottom. TFT, they have a vision of it.
Oh, no tail. It's back to the world of the death. And Jerax, well, punches it. Ursa. I guess that's the other thing to keep your eyes on is overpower gain dispelled by Fortune's End. This could be a frustrating game for Frost.
There's not too much kill potential on the bottom if you think about it. Dispelling the overpower, he goes in, rooting him in a place, and then Seb just runs away. Also, if they're fighting in acid spray, there's always a chance of getting a turnaround kill because he leveled up 1 point in concussion.
Yeah, that could be nice. It's a good bit of damage if they overstay their welcome. But Meepo now, as you said, has started to catch back up a little bit. A lot of damage there onto the Brewmaster. It's just going to be Ana trying to get the little last hitting working for himself. 12-3 so far. While the continually dying Abba still getting decent levels, you know? 2.5 roughly.
Yeah, but he's not pressuring the Brewmaster. Brewmaster's sitting on 22, 23 CS right now. Because he's just sitting in fog and using that mist coil to heal him up.
That's just the life right there. I mean, there isn't any kill potential on this lane unless there's a huge misplay, as they're going to rotate towards Topson now. It's like the Nature's Prophet not even really bothering to do much. He's actually just going to farm up for a little bit, maybe realizing that it's kind of hard to dive the Storm Spirit at this point, but they should try and punish him at this point, right? Like with the Nature's Prophet?
Yeah, they can. They're going to see Abaddon coming. That's a lot of time wasted. Meepo's gonna get the last hit. Oh, he's going for the stacks.
Oh, this is nice if they can get it. And in the meantime, the Nature's Prophet is sort of been able to zone out Topson. Does have level 5, so if he manages to find a net, could do some decent damage. But it looks like it's just going to be Handskin able to zone back. No tail. The Meepo got a couple of those creeps, head back the other way, and now punching onto Topson, able to get the double catch and trying to find the kill. Not going to happen, though.
Nicely done by Storm Spirit. He levels up Electric Vortex to stop that second poof.
And
meanwhile, Jerax gets the kill on Era.
Oh. But it came at the cost of the Alchemist dying. So they bring down Mr. Alk. And still Handskin farming away over here in the jungle. Taking away that jungle from the...
Look at...
Topson.
Sorry, look at No Tail. He used the Mist Coil 3 times in a row on full HP Weaver, and now he's gonna be back.
Oh. Mid don't manage to find the full net combo, and Storm gets out. Yeah, I is this good? It feels like maybe it should be, but like just continually killing yourself over and over and over again, and like you said, they're not pressuring Brew. Do you like it?
I think Abaddon can be played like in 2 different ways. This the one way, but you can also maybe trade hits more with Aphotic Shield. They're gonna go in and grab that kill. That's huge.
Yeah, Meepo going down, able to interrupt his snowball, and Handskin meanwhile gets the TP out under the Sprout. But killing off Meepo, very key to success.
Yeah, every single time you kill a Meepo, you benefit so much more because he farms like twice as fast as other heroes.
And Seb looks like he is just going to try and do some creep cutting right now. Has a casual chainmail and has the Radiance queued up afterwards. While over towards this lane, Handskin shows up, realizes they don't have the control to catch the Alk, and he will just walk this creep wave back towards his tower. And likewise, Topson, level 6. Hard to kill him at this point. They stack up the jungle. Probably see that Storm Spirit head back the other way afterwards.
Yeah, I think those stacks stacks are gonna be for Alchemist.
Good call.
Also, they can play it, give it to Storm Spirit. He plays aggressive and just buys time for Alchemist with the items that he gets from those stacks, or Alchemist can just farm it because he is not getting that much levels on the side lane, which means the Grievel's Greed is not gonna be maxed out, but I think it's better to give it to Alchemist.
Ooh. Enrage. Almost enough to catch and kill that Oracle, but doesn't happen. So, about that 8-minute mark in, and we do have Era even going for the stack from the low ground throughout the Earth Spike to get the Ancient Camp working. But that one Ancient Thunderhide didn't want to move. Yeah, I kind of liked what you were talking about, but it looks like Topson is just going to take these stacks instead. I mean, is this okay for him?
Yeah, that's okay because they're stacking two sides. Jerax was stacking the one near the Ancient Camp,
okay,
and they had some stacks on this side, so all good for them.
Oh, and he's got the
They
nice
don't have to rush it because they don't have the heroes to play aggressive, so we might not see too many kills. They might get a pick off with the Storm Spirit and the Baron. They just want to react to what TFT is doing. They can play this game. Weaver, hard to kill unless they rotate Lion, and the Lion, does he have boots? Yeah, he just bought the boots on Courier, but he needs levels. It's minute 9, they're gonna leave him some solo XP on the mid lane so that they get that finger, and then they can start playing more aggressive.
This is the no rush 10-minute strat. That's what we're seeing here. Jerax just trying to mess with Frost. Going for these little cheeky deny type plays and seeing if he can make it work, but
look at the wards from OG. They have a line they want to see when they're crossing the river because both cores, Alchemist and Storm Spirit, are just gonna jungle until they get the items.
Right.
And on the mid lane, you have a Baron who's collecting the XP. Tier 1 tower is gonna fall. I don't think they can do anything about it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Storm there, even using his pull on the creeps just to get those extra overload procs to try and pressure it in. But yeah, that tier 1 tower taken. How deadly of a Meepo game is this, do you think? Like, has Chessie done enough in spite of that death to secure himself a good game?
I don't think so, because you have Ursa, who didn't have a good laning stage. He had a good laning partner, but tough lane.
Yeah.
They died twice on Lion, which means they can't play aggressive. Now, Nature's Prophet is dead on a top lane. So I feel like they're not doing too much with this Meepo. Once he gets that Blink Dagger up, at least that's what he has queued up, they need to start playing aggressive. And this Ursa, it's kind of usual build because he does not have any farm potential to grab that Midas.
Yeah.
So he can't play that aggressive early on.
Where's the dust? Ana just lives through all of this, and they're pressuring. They drop down a Sentry Ward from Era, within vision of Ana there, and trading off these hits.
Ana can do whatever he wants in this game right now.
Yeah. It would take a ridiculous amount to try and stop this.
I was just kidding. Lion is level 6.
So they're still keeping him there. Chasing. Does not connect on the stun from Era. Weaver gets the deny on the tower, and yeah, TFT's still not doing it.
And they took the tier 1 tower on top. OG did push some damage on tier 2 tower. So if TFT want to make a rotation, they need to pop the smoke because of the vision that OG has. Every single entrance in their jungle is boarded.
Yeah, and Era tried to react and TP to the bottom lane to kill off that Storm Spirit, but it's just not coming quick enough, and they lose the Nature's Prophet. It is a Midas done for Ursa, so that's something for him at least to try and, you know.
They're gonna lose this farm game. They're not playing it fast enough. They're not pressuring this Alchemist, Storm Spirit. These heroes are, at one point, are just gonna explode.
Well, they do have Roche available. I mean, I kind of understand. You feel like you got to do something, but I think OG know about this, and Topson getting ready to jump in. Frost is already starting to bring it down low. The worst thing you could do right now if you're TFT is give up Roche to OG by bringing it down low and letting them finish it. But do they realize that this is happening? Storm getting ready to jump. Now they move in. No Tail. He has his ultimate still if he wants to use it. They need to get vision of the pit right now. They're thinking about jumping, but Storm Spirit ends up getting lifted up in the air. And now they can take this fight afterwards. The net that jumped forward. Topson's caught. Oh, the secondary net came out afterwards. The false promise is not going to be enough to keep him alive. I don't believe, although Seb shows up now as well. And they try and make this work. He's going to zip the hell out of there. But Storm eventually is going to be brought down. And now Seb also in some trouble. Era is there with the stun. Finds themselves this Alchemist for dead. TFT strike.
They learned their lesson. In the previous game, they did not secure the Roche. They had pretty much the same exact heroes, at least the Brewmaster. Now he splits to secure the Roche and the Blink Dagger on Meepo. This is pretty much the first item on him, just to secure the root on Storm Spirit, to keep him in place. Nicely done by them. So they got 4 kills and they still have Aegis.
And really heads up play there from Chessie too. Like, that false promise, if he didn't throw out the secondary net immediately afterwards, Storm gets out of there, I think. A false promise, not enough of a save for the Storm. Man. Well,
it's only 1k network lead for TFT, but there's an Alchemist on the other team, so there's an old saying, if you're not 10,000 gold ahead with Alchemist in your team, you're not ahead.
That's a great saying. I love that.
Especially if you're playing from behind, if you don't even have the advantage.
Right. No, it's true. That's really not good then. These are about some of the best creeps Seb could have hoped for here. Gets the stack off as well, and he's getting closer to the Radiance. But I think it also speaks to kind of the issue that you have against Amiipo. You need either AoE control and single target damage, or I mean, that's actually what you need, and they have not really either. They have like AoE damage, and Ana's not really bursty at this point. There's a lot of issues, and it feels
they don't have any kind of burst damage for Meepo.
No. Okay, Frost now still not really a hero since he doesn't have his Blink Dagger yet. But top lane is going to be pressured and killed off, it looks like. They have the Alchemist Radiance, and it looks like with that OG want to try and do something. Maybe bait out Topson. But TFT not looking to take that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I never know what to build on Meepo. I don't play the hero, so it's hard to judge, to know what this hero can do and how much. It's one of the worst heroes for me to actually try to understand how strong he is. I don't know if you have that hero, but I'm not afraid to admit, I'm not gonna say my mistake, it's just the inability to play the hero properly.
Yeah. Frost runs in. Ana chasing forward. Chessie doesn't really have a target as of yet. Seb in the regen working for him. Jarex is in the area, has the false promise. He wants to use it, but the lift up. Good reaction there coming from this blue. They've already killed off the Meepo, but are they going to be able to kill him a second time as he's coming back in just a second? Ana tries to get the jump out of there. They're all heading the same direction, though, and now the lift up onto Storm Spirit, see if they can find the control. Era is in the area and can't quite get the stun in time, so Topson gets out of there. And TFT, maybe they've gone a bit too far. Jarex is going to pop the false promise on himself. No Tail shows up as well, and they throw out the net, but no extra follow-up comes. As it looks like they will end up keeping alive that Brewmaster for the moment. Jarex also lives through this. And now TFT's hoping to get out of here with Chessie. They're going to create a little bit of extra space, but they got to be careful. Storm Spirit can jump from pretty far away if they get an opening. Now it looks like Handskin retreating. Everybody retreating. They should be out.
Yeah, nicely done by them. They lost no one besides that Aegis. Maybe Meepo needs to buy straight up Hex to control this Weaver, to control Storm Spirit.
It could be. I mean, he's already got the ultimate orb. I wouldn't mind seeing that switch up.
Yeah, I feel like if OG manages to survive for the next let's say 15 minutes,
Right.
If they don't lose the game, they're gonna win it.
Okay.
Because Meepo is gonna fall off. He's gonna hit that peak. Same goes for Ursa. This hero easy to kite, especially if you have a Storm Spirit and Weaver. Weaver still doesn't deal damage. She's level 10, kind of a utility build, just to tank up a little bit with the Dragon Lance, Magic Wand. The next item is gonna be real damage.
17 minutes in, and OG still trying to hold out to the late game, it feels like. It's their modus operandi, as they call it.
Indeed.
It looks like Handskin is getting towards that Salt Cuirass. Well, Jesse still farms up. He's a little bit behind the Alk, but that's sort of understandable. This is the weird thing about this game, is like two heroes that are more comfortable playing from way far ahead.
Yeah, the problem is for OG, they don't have a way to start a fight. They're just waiting for something to happen if TFT engages.
Oh, Era's there. Topson looking for that opening. They find the Earth Spike, jump forward, coming in. They want to try and take down Jarek first at the very beginning, but they're controlling the Storm Sphere while all of this is happening, and it looks like they will be able to take down the line on that side of the battle. On the other side, Chessie doesn't really have anybody to open up onto, but Frost has already killed two, taking down those supports and seeing if he can find a little more. Topson almost drops there as well. Chessie has another Blink Dagger in a second, and also the nets, but will decide to just back out afterwards. They instead go over to the side here and take down Seb, and now looking like they're also going to find Ana, but no extra nets come afterwards. Frost chasing for more, wanting to get that kill, but it doesn't happen. Still, big win. And they're going to TP back in. They find Ana. Got those illusions. Okay, Chase, Blink, looking. Where's your catch?
Come on.
What's happening?
Jesse had the Earthbind ready, but I guess he didn't see it. They're focusing the right targets. They go in, focus the Oracle right away, so he's forced to use False Promise on himself. They just isolate them in a team fight, control the Abaddon. Abaddon does not even have boots right now, so he can't position himself well to actually heal his teammates. And the nerf in the latest patch for Oracle cast range on False Promise actually hurts him a lot.
Yeah. Oh, did they get him? Uh-oh. Yeah, you can't afford to have that happen. Well, that is a big win for TFT as they take down the Weaver. And still, they move up into the high ground there.
They know.
Topson got him caught. Topson decides to stick around, realizes this is not going to work, and, well, they're just going to claim their prize of the ABBA.
Go Ursa, use that Midas. Yeah, let's go. I think Ursa needs a basher before BKB. They just need to lock them down in place. You don't want to rush second item BKB because you're playing against what, Storm Spirit, Abaddon, Alchemist. It's really not that great of an item.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it at one point, but you don't want to buy it early, so the charges are gonna drop.
Meantime, the Midas on the Brewmaster also feels like they're trying to ensure that late game, and I guess it is like a little bit funky, right? Because you've got this Meepo in comparison to the Alk. I don't know if OG really have the heroes to deal with it. Maybe eventually with like an Aghanims being granted to the Storm Spirit, but that feels so far down the road from now. Era vulnerable here, but they move in with others. Trying to find that kill. The Hex comes out. They can take the bug off them if they so desire, but it's just going to be a little bit of a walkaway there. Chessie shows up also. If they group together, a big counter initiation play could come from the Meepo.
The problem is OG, they have no stun. Like, they can jump in with the Storm Spirit, use the Vortex. Like, you can't rely on Alchemist to drop a stun until he gets a Blink Dagger.
Right. Storm Spirit going for the Bloodstone build. And it is going to be the full Scotty completed for Meepo. Only level 15 at this point. Not that far ahead of the rest of the map.
Dire are scanning.
But
He's been involved in 8 out of 11 kills, which means that he was not farming. He was being very active. So second row just spawned. Ursa with the DD.
This should go down very quickly. And Chessie is here too, to be sort of that tank for him. Frost clears through it, and OG either don't know or don't have a means of battling it. Yeah. But Aegis Chessie, Cheese Ursa, time to party. He has an E-Blade queued up afterwards. I was like you, I was kind of expecting the Hex. But this is just more straight out damage.
I mean, you want to build the stats items on Meepo, Scotty, E-Blade. Most of the time you see like the guys who are called the best Meepo players in the world that they tend to go for E-Blade first item, but against the Storm Spirit and like Oracle, you want to have that Blink Dagger, which is justified in my opinion.
Yeah. Danger Town here. Throw out the bugs. That stops the push. Storm Spirit does also have his whole zip out there, kill the creep wave, and then get back. I feel like we've seen this a lot, though, also. The Storm Spirit get close to that Bloodstone, find a couple of kills really quickly, and then all of a sudden TFT are on the back foot.
Well, TFT is playing a game where Storm Spirit is not having a game. He wants to be able to get a pick off on a side lane and then join a fight. Right. They're just grouping up as 5, so he can't go in.
The only thing they can really do is sort of slow down the push coming consistently with Seb here.
I don't think he can kill this Nature's Prophet even if he shows in the lane.
Yeah.
1800 HP plus a Solar Crest.
25 armor. Yeah, it ain't easy. On the flip side, though, you also don't have a great capability for TFT to kill the Storm unless you have the Meepo there. Yeah, it's pretty tough.
They have Aegis for 3 minutes. They need to make something happen in that window.
Well, Otail, up front and center. They find him. He's walking away, and they do still have Bruce Split if they want to use it. Long duration stun, but it is going to be kill onto No-Tail. 30 seconds, no ABBA. They have the Bloodstone done for the Storm.
This was a bad smoke. They could see them from the high ground.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're immediately going to run down south, I guess, and then try and finish off the last tier 2 tower.
Now, TFT is building the items.
Ana?
For the late game.
Ana in some trouble here. Completely alone. And Seb is here, too. They've shown up and just fed away their lives. Need to be careful because the TP is going to be canceled now, and Seb slowed down. Hanskin shows up as well, but they have the Sprout, tries to eat his way through the trees there, and Net is going to connect. Rooted, taken off with that ulti. Good play there, dispelling it. But nonetheless...
Yeah, this is the reason why I didn't like BKB second item on Ursa. Like, he just used 10-second BKB, didn't achieve anything. With Basher, he can grab a kill, especially if he finds Oracle in the back line. That this is the kill that he wants to get. And the TFT, I was talking about them getting items to secure the late game. You have Brewmaster, who didn't even get to blink. Vlad's first item into Hand of Midas to get... Brewmaster is one of the heroes that love to have Hand of Midas. Extra XP, extra gold on him, and has Radiance queued up. So everyone's going to scale on their side.
Yeah, this is really good. And, well, they found themselves another one. Seb trying to run away. That BKB not going to be enough to keep him alive. They jump in with the Storm. Does not do anything at all. Literally nothing. Well, getting the regen back up as well from the Ransack. Ana needs to be careful. They're going to pop the Bruce Split. Storm jumps in, wants to try and kill off this creep wave, and they will get it, but backdoor protection has already been disabled. They have the lift up onto the ABBA. Frost taking some damage, does still have the cheese and the BKB if necessary, while Chessie backs out as well. They have 30 seconds left in this Aegis. They're going to use it just to retreat after taking a full set of racks 26 minutes in.
TFT, 11,000 net worth lead against Alchemist. They just took the Raxes, they're using Bruce Split nicely in this game, unlike the previous one.
Yeah, they've shown a lot more composure in this game number 1 than they had in the game number 3 just earlier. And they were able to win that one too. Feeling like this could be more than problematic. But Bloodstone done on Topson. They walk up onto high ground here. Jerax looks like he will get found out. They realize that Seb's in the area. Try to get him. Doesn't quite happen though. Ana up on the high ground. Frost chasing for Jerax. Wants to make his way out of here, but is going to get fully focused down. And now the net's catching on to both of them. Seb is caught. Topson in some trouble as well. He's going to get the jump out though. Low on mana. They need to get the hell out of here. They've already lost the Brewmaster though on TFT. It doesn't matter. 3 are dead, and OG just don't have what it takes. Frost
they
still
don't have
chases.
the damage. That's the problem. They have overtime damage, no burst, and they're just sticking together. TFT is playing it just so well. They're not giving Storm Spirit ability to actually get a pick off.
And the net is going to connect. They find themselves the Abaddon. He's done. This game is over. It's 13,000 net worth lead. They're going to take this last Rax up here on the top side.
Yeah, without dieback down, they don't have enough sustain. So 2 sets of Rax is gone.
I mean, again, there's possible ways that they get back into this, but the way that OG have been playing, it just does not feel like it's going to happen. Ana moves forward. They want to try and focus down Era, see if they can take care of that pesky lion, but the E-Blade keeps them alive, and they try and burst through him in time. Is it going to be enough? They don't quite have the angle. They take him down with Jerax, now trying to focus down Ana, but Chessie can't find his target, can't stay on top of him. The stun is going to come out from this Alchemist. This is the moment they've been waiting for. They will lose the Aegis as they end up getting out of there, so Meepo does fall, and meanwhile, the Bruce Split comes out, seeing if they can make something happen in turn here. It's just to make sure that this Brewmaster does not die as well, and seeing if they can kill off Jerax, but it feels like it's maybe a little bit of a miscommunication because the rest of TFT don't want to go in.
But they can't chase because they didn't kill the tier 1 tower.
Oh, and Ana just going to get eviscerated there. Seb also likely to get stunned himself, although they turn that stun back around onto the Lion, who does eventually fall. Looks like Seb should have enough regen to keep himself alive through all of this. Just barely. But it is a pullback here into the favor of OG.
Yeah, from 11,000 net worth lead to 11,000 net worth lead, that's a huge setback for TFT. Just kidding, but Storm Spirit managed to go in, create chaos, make them split a little bit, and they need to find some kills. Problem is, they still don't have enough damage.
Yeah.
And the Roche may respawn in 10 seconds, so when you have a Meepo lineup, when you have a Ursa lineup, you want to kill that Roche as fast as possible, even though they don't have the best refresher carrier. Like, alright, they have Lion, but he does not have enough mana to cast all of his spells because it's position 5 Lion. Like, Brewmaster is probably going to be the ideal one. Or if Ursa gets full Abyssal Blade, double BKB, double Abyssal.
Yeah, that could be another way to make it happen. I mean, the question, though, also is how do you win that Roche fight? Which I guess maybe isn't the biggest deal in the world for them right now. Like, that last fight was TFT very spread out and kind of partially trying to retreat and some people not. So maybe if TFT just settle down and try and clear out this last tier 2 tower, they can keep enough pressure on OG that they can close this game out. But OG, how do they take this fight now? Because it feels like they have to be able to come and contest for Roche, right?
Yeah, they need to drag it as much as possible. Lion would be ideal target for Ursa to use a BKB and Rage and just play around it.
Uh-oh.
They don't have enough to kill him.
Yeah, he's fine. Has the Radiance, too, so they're just going to burn these heroes down, and Frost shows up, turns this onto Mr. Seb, and, you know, the Brew Split, he's actually sprouted by his own team. All the Brewlings were in there. He'll get the lift up onto Jerax afterwards. Seb trying to take down Handskin, and Handskin, very tanky, lives through all of this. Wrist spike off the mark, not able to find it. A cacophony of errors, and Anna have to use that time lapse after barely punching anybody. Seb gonna get caught in the sprout again, eats his way out of there, but they just finger of death down Anna. Storm Spirit picks off one after another. The stun to try and interrupt Chessie's reign of terror, but it's 2 for 1.
It's 2 for 1, but they're doing a good job just dragging the team fight as long as they can. BKBs are dropped. They have a lot of sustain. With Oracle ulti, Alchemist, those illusions, Radiance Burn, Bugs are gonna deal the damage. The problem is they're gonna lose this Roche right now.
Yeah. This is that important one you were talking about. So they give the refresher, at least for now, over to the Brew. Maybe he'll just hold that for others.
Brewmaster is the target that they need to give it to, because he's getting the split off in the team fight no matter what.
Right.
Oh wait, what? What?
What?
Storm Spirit, 2 Bloodstones.
Oh, this freaking meme. Okay, so you get double the regen.
Yeah, I don't like it. I know what it is, but I don't like it. I mean, he can go, I think, any kind of Orchid would be a great item, so you can get a pick off on that line because he lacks damage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the hope here is he's just going to have so much mana that he's going to be able to do whatever he wants, and is regenning back up 150 per second as they think about popping the Brew Split. Not doing it yet. Chessie losing mana, still chasing. Seb wants to get control over this Meepo. The chase forward coming on the other side, though, controlling up this Lion, seeing if they can kill him off, but the Hex comes. Now Frost on top of him if they want to be, but they decide to just back out. Playing together as a team. Era throws out the stun but doesn't connect. Still chasing. Seb has himself the stun. He's going to throw it onto Chessie. He's still living through this. And again, it's no damage. No damage at all by OG. And they've got Seb lifted up into the air. They pull him back in. They're going to be able to chase this down if they want to. They find Jarex, force out the false promise on himself, and Storm still has to go back to base. He's going to be zipping in, trying to take down Era, but another Hex comes out. If he had an Orchid, this hero was dead. Era looking for the stun, they will be able to find it. So they managed to take down Era, but it took a lot, and looking like they will be able to take down Chessie as well is going to be at least the Aegis. Now looking for a bit more after the fact. They buy back on the Oracle, chasing down Steb, and they've got him under control. Will get that kill.
And look at Hanskin. He's in base, forcing a glyph on tier 4 tower.
He's taking it. And right now, if you're Topson, you need to get back to try and defend against this. And even though he's got a bunch of regen, it's still not going to be enough. He still has to go back to base.
You know what gives you mana regen?
What's
Orchid.
that? That's a good point. Brew Split is there, and the tier 3 tower going to be taken down in rapid fashion. And so too might be a lot of these barracks, as Chessie just going to get the blink out of there. Be left one behind! No! He didn't micro the last one.
Alright, he forgot the one. So 1, 2 buybacks.
Oh my god. Oh! God. I thought he was going to get onto there. Sorry.
There's still small window for OG to come back because it's a Meepo. He's building towards another Scotty, level 23. I think Hex would have been a better choice to control this Fever. She does not have a BKB yet. Storm Spirit, long jump on Lion.
Yeah. Saw him there on top of the ward. Oh my god, is he actually going for it? What in God's name? Alright, whatever. You know, do what you want. God, look at this creep wave top! Holy crap, did you see this thing? Are you seeing this?
Oh my god.
What happened? Oh, Seb. Oh, Seb. Oh, that's dirty. Oh, it's dirty. Oh, man. That was beautiful.
Once Seb starts getting Aghanim Scepters on Beaver, that's gonna be a huge one. And on Storm Spirit.
Oh
him zipping in, using Vortex on everybody.
Yeah. Seb has never been happier. How did that happen? Why was that giant... I guess, was it Nature's Prophet? No, it wouldn't have been Nature's Prophet. How was that creep wave so big?
I think Storm Spirit was maybe cutting it. I don't know.
Okay.
It makes no sense. It's such a huge creep wave. Storm Spirit, look at him, just buying time with 2 Bloodstones and Kaya.
I mean, it feels like this should be terrible, but at the same time, like 86 mana regen, and if he like gets another Bloodstone, I don't know. What do you think
I
of?
do know.
You do know. Okay, fair enough. I trust you, Lacoste. Still can't get over that freaking creep wave. That was nutty. He's like, guys, don't worry. Just let me get my second Bloodstone. Everything will be fine. And Alk,
TFT.
give me an Ags.
TFT, they need to do something.
Yeah.
Brewmaster, use that Refresher Shard, Abyssal Blade on Ursa.
Oh? Oh, no. Oh, that's
man, if he
really
had
not
that third Bloodstone there, he would have lived.
Yeah. If only. Well, they're giving Frost the tip, appreciating the work that the Ursa has put in this game. Seb, though, is going to be that bulwark in front of all of them, and Storm forced to buy back to try and deal with these creep waves. But cannot afford to die now, Topson. Can't happen.
Ursa is so jacked. He has MKB to counter the mischance from Radiance. A lot of damage, and that Abyssal Blade to try to isolate someone. Oh, look at Jarex. Jarex with Shadow Blade.
Sorry, I'm just watching the Topson jump back and forth around this area.
Are you having fun?
It's really nice. Just look at him. Watch. You ready? Here it goes. Meow. Meow. Look at him.
Back to base.
Is this the way that you... How do you... I don't know how you follow the hero. Oh, God.
You just click on the hero portrait, and
Okay.
hold it. Hold it.
You hold it.
Yeah,
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. We gotta get JJ on the case. That's what we need. Smoke up. Seb, mid lane, finds himself a Brewmaster. Do they have any follow-up, though? The story of this game is Brewmaster being stunned and then just popping his ultimate. And it looks like it might happen yet again. They eviscerate Seb. Gone. Need to run. Chessie rooted. They try and get out of here. Shadow Blade from Jarex keeps him alive. Storm Spirit creating a little bit of space, but it seems like nobody cares about that. They just continue to run forward, blow up Jarex. That is 90 seconds with no Alk, and he didn't take care of the creep waves that are up here top, so backdoor protection will be disabled. And this is TFT running down a lane towards these tier 4 towers. I'm just going to pop the drums, go to work, try and beat into this to the best of their ability. Storm is not even level 25 yet, so he doesn't even have the remnant chops to try and deal that extra bits of damage as they just lay into him, and that's a dead Weaver. Ana is dead. Storm is the last one standing, and TFT looking like they're just going to take the throne. GG call.
Oh man, I didn't even my job past 2 minutes. I was just clicking on Storm